All right, Coach, I guess obviously a short week going into it, but just another, I guess, set of eyes after looking at the film on yesterday's win.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten through the film typically on a short week like this, and we get right on to the next opponent. So there's been some snippets we've looked at. Really nothing's changed since last night. We're kind of on to the Atlanta plan just with the reduced time.
Hey, Coach, what are some of the challenges that go along with the short week? And does it help, I guess, to have a familiar opponent?
I think from that aspect, someone you've played already, I think it can make the transition for Atlanta as well as ourselves a little less hectic. I think the big challenges are obviously physically playing a game, an afternoon game, and then turning around and playing another game here in a few days. I think the toll on the players and just trying to get them as much rest as possible prior to playing another football game.
Is it somewhat helpful that it is a division opponent, obviously somebody you know well?
Well, it's just what I said. I think for both teams, it's a division opponent, number one, and then number two, division opponent you've played already. You go back to the scouting reports, you kind of update maybe the changes, because there's been some changes since week one for ourselves, and I'm sure for Atlanta in regards to personnel. We had our meeting already this morning with our advanced team, our pro personnel team that kind of goes through recently injuries, who's doing what, and so some of that has changed since the last 10 weeks.
Coach, can you give us an update on Jabari Greer?
I don't have an official update. We're waiting today. I know he's visiting with the doctors, and I'll probably have more information for you tomorrow. It was a significant injury, but the specifics I'd rather wait to give you tomorrow. And we're just kind of keeping our fingers crossed with him. I spoke to him last night in the hospital. It's always difficult when someone like Jabari, who's been with us and been a staple of what we've done defensively, goes down with an injury like he sustained. It's a knee injury, and then I'll fill you in with the specifics tomorrow.
Coach, are you going to rely on your own past experience with short weeks, or is there a new trend or a new idea that you see yourself and your team trying this week?
I don't know that there's anything new. I think it's always about backing off obviously any padded practices, and it becomes more the mental in regards to meetings and walkthroughs, and allowing their bodies to recover.
Coach, you said that you talked to Jabari last night in the hospital. How are his spirits?
As well as you could be expected. He's a strong person, and it's something that nonetheless is still difficult. But he seemed to be hanging in there, and he was with his family.
Coach, I know you brought in some kickers, and you said you're going to bring in some safeties to try out. Jabari's out for the foreseeable future. Would quarterbacks be next on that list?
Yeah, we'll see, and our guys are working hard right now, looking at all of our options. One more question.
Run defense had not been a strength of the team this year, but when you really needed it yesterday, it came through. How impressed were you with the way you guys were able to stop the run?
I think I said this after the game. What was encouraging was we were able to create those third downs that we felt were favorable. And conversely, we were able to run the ball. I thought in both those areas against a real good 49ers front, I thought we ran it very well, and I thought against a very good rushing attack, one of the better rushing attacks in football, I thought we defended the run real well. And ultimately, I think those two goals, I would say, probably were the most important keys to us winning that game, and we achieved both of them.
Sean, will you guys let him practice just to help his rehab?
Yeah, we'll see where we're at with him. Okay. All right, thanks, guys.